All right, it is time for our NFL predictions. Can you boys believe we're 10 weeks in? 10 weeks in. And I'll give a recap of last week. Brady won the week last week. Barely, but he did win it. He got 10 points, while Ethan and I both had 9. So our overall rank 9 weeks in, Ethan has 81, Brady has 79, and I have 76. So I'm in last place. Brady, you doing all right today? A little tired this morning. It is Friday morning as of this recording. That means there was a game last night. Now, we did not watch it. Hopefully you guys did not get any spoilers. We're going to make that prediction first. Atlanta went to Carolina last night. Atlanta 4-5. Carolina 2-7.
I agree with Atlanta.
I tell you what, I'm going to agree with them as well because I think Atlanta's just a little bit better. However, I made my prediction in my head, locked it in. You guys trust my integrity, right? And then I just looked to see who won. Carolina won.
Wow.
So we all got it wrong. I was going with Atlanta, and I said I will stick with it. And then I looked and I couldn't believe it. 25-15, Carolina won. So it's a shocker. Now
we just looked at the record. They'd be 2-7.
Yeah. So now they're. I don't know if they've had their bye. Either way, moving on. We have a early Sunday morning game. Not in London this time. In Germany. Yeah. Seattle is 6-3, taking on Tom Brady and the Bucs at 4-5. Brady, this is official. We're going to officially let you go first because you won last week.
I'm gonna say Seattle.
Brady's gonna say Seattle. They're 6-3. Bucs have been struggling, but they did win last week. They're 4-5.
I'm gonna say Seattle too, and I cannot believe that I'm actually picking Seattle to win anything.
Yeah.
But they have really been surprising this year, and Tom Brady has been surprising that he has been this bad. It's surprising how bad he's been.
This is kind of a tough one because Tom Brady. He has struggled. Of course, he's going through some personal issues. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. I'm going to go Tom Brady, though, because I don't know how good Seattle is. They are 6-3. They've surprised me. But since you guys both went Seattle, I'm going to go Tampa Bay.
All right.
It could be bad for me. Moving on to the later games on Sunday, or the noon games. 3-5 Denver. We're going to start with Ethan. Taking on the 5-3 Tennessee Titans. Tennessee just lost last Sunday night in overtime to the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, and I didn't think Tennessee was even that good that they could take it to overtime with the Chiefs, but they do have a better record than Denver. Denver's really not done that well.
They have.
I'm going to say Tennessee.
In fantasy football this week, for the whole... Really? I thought... what's their names was in London this week?
I don't... I think I wrote down London a couple weeks ago when I made their schedule, and I believe
I'm pretty sure
they're in Germany. First game in Germany, maybe ever.
Oh, I was thinking
there could be a Tennessee. There could be a London game too. I'm not sure on that, Brady.
I thought it was the Bills game because it said at like 4 o'clock. Oh, 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock. It would be early in the morning if it was over there. So what do you think, Tennessee or Denver?
Well, for fantasy football this week, we have all the facing on Sunday from my team.
All right.
My team's all on Sunday and his team's all on Sunday.
All right. So what do you think about Denver and Tennessee? Tennessee. I'm going to go Tennessee as well. Denver stinks. They just do. Cleveland. Speaking of teams that stink.
One more thing. I can't believe on that last one, Brady turned into me. He just
he had a
I wasn't talking
and that's not
about
a bad
that.
thing, Brady.
You're rambling. Stop, guys. Stop.
I'm just kidding.
You got Cleveland. They stink. They're 3-5. Of course, they're a few weeks closer to Deshaun Watson debuting. Cleveland against Miami, who is 6-3. That'd be my turn to go, I think, this time. And I'm easily going to go with Miami. I know they've had some ups and downs. They've had some injuries. Miami is rolling, though. They've been winning, and Cleveland stinks.
I'll say Miami, too. They have been surprisingly good this year.
6-3.
And I'm not going to pick against them. I'm pretty sure their only 3 losses were without their quarterback.
I think so. And the thing about it is, they're in a tough division, though, because the Bills are there.
Yeah.
Even though there's been some rumors that Josh Allen might be done, which would be huge. And I need to read up on that. Somebody told me that at work. He said they're saying he might have what they call Tommy John surgery on his arm. Even though he's gonna attempt to play, but he needs surgery. So I don't know exactly what's going to happen.
He's questionable.
He's questionable.
I'm putting him
and he's your guy. So anyway, we'll see. But you got that division. Buffalo's good. Patriots are decent. Jets are pretty good. And Miami's good as well. You got New Orleans. They're 3-6, taking on Pittsburgh's 2-6. Bottom of the barrel game this week. New Orleans and Pittsburgh. It'll be back to Ethan picking this first.
I'm gonna say, yeah, you're right. This is bottom of the barrel.
This is a tough one, I think.
New Orleans.
You can go New Orleans. What do you think, Brady? Ooh. What do you think, Brady?
I'll just say Pittsburgh.
Brady's gonna say Pittsburgh, and I'm gonna say Pittsburgh too. They are home. New Orleans is bad. Pittsburgh, it's about they're due for a win. They're 2-6. So Detroit, they're 2-6, but they just beat the Green Bay Packers. Surprisingly, taking on the 3-6 Bears. Both these teams are at the bottom. They are in Chicago. It's Brady's turn to go first.
Bears. Lions.
Lions, okay.
What was that sound?
It was like a rewind. What do you? My turn to go. I'm going to go Bears on this one.
I agree.
They're both. Ooh, this could be one. Brady gets double points. You get double points if you pick and win, and the other two pick the other team. Minnesota's 7-1. Buffalo is 6-2. Now we all know a lot of this is gonna decide whether, or it's gonna be dependent on whether Josh Allen plays. But this could be a pre-Super Bowl matchup. I don't think so, but it could be.
It is crazy that Minnesota has a better record than Buffalo. Can't believe that.
I know. I'm going with Josh Allen playing this weekend, and I'm going to pick Buffalo. Ethan.
It's difficult. I was just thinking about leaning towards Minnesota. Not because of their record, because I do think Buffalo is a better team, even though I haven't really seen Minnesota play much this year.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It all depends on Josh Allen, and maybe not. They do have other good players on their team, so they could still pull it out.
So what do you think? I was just looking up some of the news here.
Gosh, I don't know. Come back to me.
It says Josh Allen misses second straight practice. Playing status uncertain. Now that doesn't mean he's out for the season.
I'm going to say Minnesota.
Minnesota. Now I didn't just read that to try to sway you. I'm just reading the latest.
I was too.
What do you?
I'm going to go Minnesota.
Yeah, you go to Minnesota too. I'm kind of surprised on that because they have their backup is a guy named Case Keenum. You guys might know him. He's decent, but if Allen is out for the year, goodbye Super Bowl. Congratulations, Chiefs. Houston, they're 1-6-1. Going to the Giants are 6-2. Surprisingly, big surprise of the year. And I think it's my turn. I'm going to go Giants, the New York Football Giants. Because Houston's that bad.
Me too. This is a pretty weak game too. Well, wait, no, Giants are actually doing pretty good.
6-2.
I almost forgot they were doing that good.
We just assume they're bad.
Yeah.
All right, Jacksonville, they're 3-6, taking on the Chiefs at 6-2 or at even.
There's almost no easier game to pick this week.
Probably.
You're right. Unless just a random upset happens.
So I say you're going
Kansas
Chiefs?
City, yeah.
What about you, Brady?
Yeah, Chiefs.
I am as well. I can't be against the Chiefs going against Jacksonville. Later games, we've got Indianapolis Colts taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Colts are 3-5-1. They just fired their coach. And they hired their former, I think he was the center when Peyton Manning played. His name's Jeff Saturday. Out of the blue, they hired him to replace their coach. They're going to Vegas 2-6. What are the odds of this one being in Vegas? Two not good teams.
I don't know.
Indianapolis.
I'll say, I don't know. Yeah, Vegas isn't that great. And I remember you and Brady picked for them a couple weeks in a row, and they just kept losing and losing and losing.
Every week
I don't know. Without a coach, is Indianapolis still going to play good, or could this coach be the new Tom Brady of coaches?
Well,
come out of the blue.
Could it motivate these guys to play good? You got a new coach and they want to win for him. Could it be he's still learning the ropes, and you got Vegas? I pick Vegas every week. I'm going to go Vegas again. I mean, come on, they can't lose on me every single week. Even though I like the Colts.
Oh,
it's up to
you.
Yeah,
that's what people thought about the Lions. They can't possibly lose every single week.
They couldn't. Yeah, they did.
They were 0-11.
What do you think here?
No.
I'm gonna
They
say
went to
whatever.
0-11,
Whatever.
But then they got over.
Colts or the
Over
home?
now.
Colts with a new coach with one more win. Well, 1.5 more wins because they have a tie. Or Las Vegas, they're home. This is a tough one to pick.
I'm gonna say Indianapolis.
He's going to go Indianapolis. All right. Now, we're Cowboys fans. We all three of us really are. He's a Ravens fan in the mix. And so on paper, as a Cowboys fan, earlier in the year, I'd have been like, oh, man, Dallas at Green Bay. Now, Dallas is 6-2. Green Bay is 3-6, and they just lost to the Lions. However, they are at Lambeau, and the Cowboys, they know how to lose.
Cowboys.
I don't know.
Brady's going Cowboys.
The last few weeks.
I'm going to go Cowboys. I wasn't sure how bad the Packers were until they lost. You're
To
big.
Detroit.
You're big.
I'm gonna say Dallas. These are my two favorite teams in all of football.
I don't know how. I don't know how you could be a Packers fan and a Cowboys fan.
I don't know how either. Just
But it's okay.
it started when I was a child.
All right.
But
We know
Dallas
that
is
he's
definitely my
supporting
favorite.
He was a Ravens fan and a Browns fan.
No, that's tough.
Dallas is, they're still my number one team, and I'd rather see them do good than Green Bay.
And I think
I
they're
pick
better.
Dallas to win, and I'll be rooting for them, of course.
Now you got Aaron.
Is this? Remember? Is this the same two who played in the Ice Bowl
Yes, in Lambeau.
at Lambeau?
Arizona
Maybe it'll snow.
3-6 could. It could snow here this weekend. 3-6 Arizona taking on the surprising 3-5 Rams. They've lost the 49ers a bunch of times. They were winning against Tom Brady last week, and he made a miracle comeback in the last minute and a half of the game and won. Who wins this? I think it's Ethan's turn. 3-6 Arizona, 3-5 Rams.
I'm gonna say the Rams.
Okay.
The Rams
Arizona.
have not lived up to their success of last year, winning the Super Bowl, and they really they didn't have a bad season last year.
Yeah.
But this year they just have not done well, and they could come back. There are plenty of teams who last year were in the playoffs and didn't do as good at the start, but then kind of did better towards the end. But I don't know. I'm going to say the Rams because I think that they still have it in them to win, especially against Arizona, who was like the number one team last year.
Yeah.
Just like how the Eagles are doing this right now, and if they were playing somebody tough, they would be. It would show how they're not really that great. And I don't know if the same thing is going to happen to them in the playoffs. I'm getting off topic, but Rams.
Rams. I'm going to go Rams as well. I heard Brady say Cardinals. It really could go either way. The Rams are not that great, but they are at home. So that's why I'm going to pick Rams. Now, for the Sunday night game, we're starting when there's an area or a time frame in the season where they have what they call a flex scheduling. That means they make the Sunday night football schedule up beginning of the year.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know really who's going to be good or what's going to be a good matchup. This week is good. On paper, it's a pretty good matchup.
Not bad.
We already know next week it's supposed to be Cincinnati and Pittsburgh, and they've already flexed them out, moving them earlier in the game, and the Chiefs are moving to the late spot because it's prime time. The whole country's going to watch.
Right.
So if the game stinks, they kick it out. So,
Yeah.
But anyway, this week we got the Los Angeles Chargers. They're 5-3 against the 49ers, who are 4-4, but I think they're better than that. They got McCaffrey now. I think it's Brady's turn to go first.
I feel San Francisco just because they have good defense.
I agree with you.
I'm thinking the Chargers.
Okay, well, McCaffrey's going to make the difference. I'm going 49ers. And you say Chargers? It's not a bad a pick at all because these are I think these guys are closely matched up. And then for the half stink fest, maybe on Monday Night Football, you get to watch the Commanders. They're 4-5. Yeah, that's not horrible. They got a tough. They have probably the toughest division this year. Philly, Giants, and Cowboys are all good. So being Washington being 4-5 is not bad. But Philly is 8-0.
Philly.
He already said Philly. I'm going Philly.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not just saying this just because I don't like the Eagles. But if you look at their schedule this year, they don't really play any tough teams. Except they played Minnesota this year, and I think that was Minnesota's only loss. That's the one
And they
time.
play the Cowboys twice. And they play the Giants twice. But I don't think the Giants are really that good. After that, there's no Buffalo. There's no Kansas City.
Yeah, because Dallas is all right. Giants are okay, but they're not like
They're not the elite.
The elite. And Philly has a record this year like they were elite. But I don't know. It doesn't seem like they have any competition. Like it's just easy teams to beat mostly.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going to happen for them in the playoffs. But
Enjoy NFL this week. Hey, Brady, we got to take a picture. We got to take a thumbnail.
all right.
Ready? Here, it's 10. It's week 10, right? So, 10. All right. Enjoy the week.
Wait, I want to carry it by the stand while it's recording. Can I do that?
Yes, just don't drop it. Brady would not drop anything. I know he would.
Where's the streams? Wait, do I just have